have a new problem now in LA. The fires are getting close to the communication. Oh, how do I say it? It's up on the top of the hill, or mountain, I should say. The lines where all communication goes through. If those catch on fire, we could lose all communication. Hey, Pussycat, how are you? Hey, Sandy. I'm watching as usual. But now another problem is, why am I going, I can't think of the word. Well, it'll show it again in a minute, but it's where all the communication towers are. And the fire is up there now, and they need it. Here's that. They need it. They need the planes because there's no way those fighters can get up there on their own. Hi, Brenda. Yes, and my car is still packed. My son, my oldest son, he's a mortgage broker for all of these areas: Malibu, Brentwood, Hollywood, Palisades, all of it. And he's had clients calling him and, just devastated that their houses have been burnt to the ground. There it is. See up there, those towers? Those towers are what communicates everywhere around here, and even in different news medias in different states. If that fire gets all the way up there, and it's not that far because the winds have picked up again. Last night it stopped for, it was probably around midnight. And I thought, oh my gosh, we might be in the clear, as far as the winds. And I woke up this morning and they're going nuts again here. I don't know how bad they are in LA. There, do you see up there how the smoke is getting towards those towers? That's very, very important because that would affect 911 calls. It would affect everything. We need one more thing, right? So I don't know how long it's going to take them. They're going to need, I think, not helicopters. They're going to need the plane with the retardant. I am sour milk. I personally am okay. And the winds have not changed here, thank God. But I mean, I'm looking at all this and it's just unbelievable. The devastation. I just don't see how it's going to be even rebuilt, to be perfectly honest, because so many people don't have insurance because insurance companies have walked away and they have dropped us, myself included. And if you don't have insurance, okay, obviously you're not going to have money to pay for anything that gets damaged. Well, you're talking about thousands of homes at this point that are being affected and lives being affected. And some of these people couldn't even get necessary things that they needed. And, then of course, things that mean something to them, pictures and little things that have a lot of emotional meaning to them. They had to leave so fast because the winds were so incredibly strong that it was causing them where they didn't have time to get packed up. You know what I mean? So this is truly, truly just a major catastrophe. It's really sad. Hi, Gigi. Let's see if I got everyone. Sandy, Pussycat, Brenda, Gigi, Sour Milk. Brenda Whelan, Brenda K. Yes, Brenda, I have my important papers. Oh, Sour Milk, it's nuts. It's just nuts. I've never in my life, and I've lived in Southern California I was born in Southern California. I mean, I have never, ever seen anything like this. It's crazy. I mean, we used to take our motorcycle down to PCH right here that you're seeing the ocean, but nothing else. Those were all homes there. I mean, it's like, this is just crazy. This is just craziness. And people get the misconception that obviously don't live here and just hear bits and pieces, The areas that have been burnt, Yes, there are a lot of very, very wealthy people, okay? It's where a lot live because, the studio lots are around there. But it is not all rich people by a long shot. There are very many people that just, are regular, income, weekly income people. And they have lost everything. Their kids, they don't have the schools, they don't have their banks, they don't have their stores, their grocery stores, their gas stations. I mean, everything is gone. Everything in these particular areas. And last night, when you saw the Hollywood Hills going up, the canyon, I mean, the fires went off like a bat out of hell. I mean, so fast, because we should have continually had the forest backfires done. But they finally put a, kibosh, you call it, on that, which then creates all this dry because of, when we don't have rain. Well, it's just like a brittle, when something's very brittle, how fast it can catch on fire. And we need our reservoirs to be filled again. And that was stopped. The building of those, and those were millions of dollars, taxpayer dollars. I mean, I could go on and on. I'm telling you, all I will tell you is there are going to be many lawsuits. That's all I'm going to say. Because there were things that could have been done that could help this. I'm not saying at the time the helicopters or the planes could have gone up when the winds were so terrible. No, they can't. But there could have been on foot where there was more water. And they're going to find this out. You mark my words. And this is where all of hell's going to break loose. And I'll tell you, if I was in their position, because I know what it's like, you guys have been with me when we had the fires here, and we could be them just as well as not. Many people that live around me are in the situation that these people are in LA. They've lost their homes. I mean, the fire that I showed you is I can't even remember now, what month was it? I can't remember. A few weeks back, a couple months back, whatever. There were people that lost their homes, I mean, this is catastrophic. One man was found deceased with a hose in his hand trying to put out his fire because the fire department was so run thin at that particular time that people couldn't get up there. I mean, story after story. I mean, it's horrific. It's horrific. Yes, they should have, sour milk. They should have, and it's all going to come out. I guarantee you it will. I am 22. Right, but the winds were not as strong as they were in the beginning. But they took advantage when those winds went down even slightly to get those planes up because everything was just so out of control. They had to get up. As soon as that wind started to go down a little bit, they got up there. When it was in the beginning of the whole kit and caboodle, when this thing first happened, those winds were hurricane type winds, 100 miles an hour. They can't sustain that. Oh, I mean, it's unbelievable. It's just crazy. Hey, Dandy, how are you? Oh, yeah, no, they don't want to take responsibility. And I'm sorry, when that mayor came out and she'd say one word when they were asking her, not one word. I mean, she could have said, I feel awful, I'm devastated, my prayers to the family, anything. She was elected by the people, okay? It's sickening. It's sickening. Oh my God, Sandy. I wake up with a stomach ache. And that's the honest to God's truth. When I wake up, I feel like I want to throw up. Because it's just not ending. And when when the fires finally get put out, and I pray to God tonight, I hope that they can get up there and get it done. And also, like I said, what I'm praying for is that the communications, that fire doesn't get up onto the mountain and destroy any of that, because then we're talking some real problems. Because without communication, without 911, I mean, to get to people, it's going to be a huge problem. But once those fires are out, then all of the rest start to set in. And I mean, the cleanup, the insurance, people that do have insurance, and don't get me started on the insurance again, but the insurance, people trying to, get things set up with their insurance company. And they probably won't have homes for, and nice, 2 years. It'll be probably even longer than that, because now you're dealing with so many homes, so many homes. I mean, the whole thing's just devastating. It really is. It's awful. I mean, I've seen personal videos, not on TV. And when you see these personal videos, the real ones of people that are driving through showing you what's going on, I mean, it looks like a war zone. That's all I can say. It looks like a war zone. And I mean, not only that, but I mean, what people are ingesting, the chemicals, and I mean, the things that have been burnt, and you're breathing that in. I mean, the whole thing is it's awful. Any way you look at it, it's awful. It's just, I don't know. I've never seen anything like it. Never have. Oh, yeah, I can do that too. Yeah, it just takes. And I wished I knew how Sarah's blue dress is. If you see this, Sarah and Christiane, I would like to know how she is, because she did have to leave. She had to evacuate. Hey, Karen G. That's okay. Everyone has lives out of YouTube, right? So that's okay, Karen, that's normal, that you're busy. You stay busy. No, as far as I haven't heard anything, and I'm sure it would be on the news everywhere I know they're investigating it. It's hard. I mean, I can't even imagine how people investigate, not people, but the fire department, how they go about it. I mean, that has always intrigued me, how they can look at certain things and figure it out. But I guarantee you, they're probably working 24/7 to figure this out. Hey, Jane, thank you. Oh, yeah, she is. Hi, Irene. Hey, Floor. Did you guys hear from Christiane? I can't remember. Or Sarah? Thank you, Em. I know. I've been wanting to do videos or DIYs, but I just don't, my heart isn't in it, I mean, I want to try to do something to have something happy, But I mean, I just look at this and I think, oh my God, oh, look at that house stood. That one, oh my Lord, look at that. That house stood, and all around it, everything else is burned. Isn't that always amazes me too, when you look at one house and they're right next to it, burnt down. Isn't that crazy? That is just nuts. It's so weird when you look at the banks that are burnt down, Ralph's, and Ralph's is the store I shop at now, you know, and is what Kroger is in other states. I don't know if it has another name in any other, but anyway, Kroger, Ralph's. And yeah, those stores, grocery stores are burnt down. You haven't heard from anyone, huh? Dang. Did someone say that Christiane wasn't going to be able to go to work? Hi, help. I hope I've seen everyone. Said hi to everyone. Hi, Lala. That's fun, Lala. You go do what you have to do. Yes, please do the thumb. Ring that bell, because it does help the algorithm and to let people see that haven't been able to be in here. But yeah, I mean, this is just, it's a nightmare. That's all I can say. It's just, it just makes me sick. Because I know what that feeling is like when you see those flames and you think, okay, where are we going with this? Are they going to be able to, get it taken care of? And like when this happened to me a few weeks ago, that you guys were with me, like I've said before, and I'll say it again, now you can see for sure for people that don't know fires like here, and I get that. It's like I don't know really about hurricanes and tornadoes, but when I kept saying while the fires, I was taking you outside and I would show the flames were coming over the hill, and I kept saying that at least we don't have the winds. We don't have any of the Santa Ana winds going on. This meant, because once those winds start, and again, what you've seen this time is unprecedented. I mean, these winds were like no other. I mean, they called it a wind storm. And for Southern California, I mean, when you're dealing with fires, and when you have them that strong, when you have even the tiniest bit, it's not windy, get out very quickly, it will drive it so far, and you see the results now. You see when those embers get so hot, they just fly everywhere, and it doesn't take anything for it to ignite. And that's why all this devastation is going on. I know. I always worry too about the animals, but they do have shelters up for them, and they're doing what they can to try to help them, and hopefully people, just like if they have dogs or cats, they're able to take them with them. And again, some of this happened so fast. I mean, like for me, when I saw this happening, I thought, okay, I'm going to get stuff packed up just in the event. I had the luxury, if you will, of being able to get stuff into my car and get clothes out and get papers out and get the dog's leashes and, yada, yada. These people didn't have time. I mean, the fires were coming up rapidly coming up to them. They didn't have that kind of time. And I feel so bad because I know, what it's like, even if you do have that luxury of somewhat a certain amount of time to get your stuff, you still have that real apprehension, nervous, and you're trying to hurry in the event of, I don't hurry because what if, well, they didn't even have time for a what if. It was there for so many of them. It was just crazy how fast all of this took place. I mean, look, this only started on the 7th. okay? Look at the devastation in just 2 days, 2.5 days, whatever. Look at it, how fast. I mean, it's crazy to think about that. The winds when I was watching were 80 miles an hour. Firefighters could hardly stand. Well, and that's the thing. And what happens is when they have that hose, okay, and you guys know how heavy those hoses are. Well, when you're holding that hose and you've got 80 mile an hour, 100 mile an hour winds, I mean, you're trying to stand, let alone hold that hose. And not only that, but then the water starts to spray wherever the wind's taking it. So it's not going directly onto where you're put. I mean, the whole thing, crazy. It's just crazy. That's right, Em. I mean, the embers, that's what I'm saying, especially, and that's a good point, the palm trees, okay? In Southern California, we're loaded with them. I mean, you've seen on my house, I've got them all over the place. Those palm trees, when an ember hits that, it's almost like, I don't know, it's almost like gas. You know what I mean? It's just like it ignites, and it ignites fast. And those palm trees, when they sway back and forth, because they don't have branches, okay? When they're swaying back and forth, all those embers, it's like taking a fan and you're fanning those embers to go God knows where. And that's also what kept happening when the intensity of these fires were happening. I mean, it was throwing it everywhere. It's just crazy. Yeah, they do, Brenda. They do become torches. It's so sad. I mean, my heart goes out to everyone. Yeah, I don't know. I'm praying that, they were able to get to them. But then Florida brought up a good point, because in the beginning I thought in their pools, at least, they're away from the fire. But like she said, which makes perfect sense, when you've got that intensity, and we all saw how unbelievable it was when those houses were on fire, it's going to start heating up that water. Well, they can only stay in that water so long, right? I didn't even think of it that way. Why, I don't know. But anyway, I mean, it's terrible no matter how you look at it. The rest of my family, they're fine. They're fine. I feel my heart goes out to my oldest son. Like I said, he was driving home from work last night, and he was supposed to go to a meeting in Santa Monica because his office is in LA. Well, obviously he couldn't. And like I said, a lot of his clients were calling him, I mean, just devastated, that their houses were burnt to the ground, and they were asking him about insurance, what to do. He's a mortgage broker. And so he mortgaged, helped them mortgage homes. And he just broke my heart. He said, so I gave him the information that they needed, but he said, he goes, I'm devastated. And his friends and his friends' parents, they live all up in that area. And so he's been really affected as far as, people that he's helped with their homes, and his friend, one of his friends' mom and dad, and just regular people, not rich, regular old people. Their house burnt to the ground. They lived in it 45 years, burnt to the ground in minutes. And just devastated. So, I mean, he was really, really torn up. And I felt so bad, I mean, God bless him, because he felt so bad here. He saw the happiness in the people when they get their homes, and now he's seeing this devastation of what's happened. Well, yeah, Em, and that's the deal. And you know what? That's exactly what this reminded me of, was the situation in Hawaii. when I heard that they were going into their pools. But like you say, able to where they were far enough away and they were in the ocean, where they could get a little further out if they had to, you know what I mean? Where here, I mean, they were contained in a pool that was surrounded by fire. I mean, we are just seeing the beginning. Can you hear the winds out there? Listen. Hold on. I'll have to wait till it starts up again. Listen. Inside it howls. You can hear it howling. Hi, Elizabeth. How are you? Thank you. But yeah, I like to keep you guys kind of updated with as I can possibly update. But, I mean, I look at it could happen to any of us. I don't live in a fire area. And yeah, my heart just really, there it is. Yeah, it's awful. Bye, Lala. A horror movie. I'm just thankful. I mean, as far as I know, it didn't hit any hospital. It is. The winds are creepy. I know, Elizabeth. It's awful. It really is. Oh, you're welcome, Green. And thank you guys for going live yesterday. It always feels when you're going through something like this, sometimes just to be with people. Oh my gosh, that broke my heart too. And when I saw those people, showed one picture, and it was night, and the smoke was all around them, and you could see the glow of the fire. And these caregivers and nurses or whatever were wheeling these people out in their wheelchairs and walkers, and oh my God, it was awful. It was awful. And the mom and pop stores that finally were getting back on their feet a little bit from COVID, and then to have this completely take their businesses away, is their livelihood. I mean, it's just goes on and on, the devastation. Yeah, it's so sad. Thank you, Floor. Yep, I'm thinking maybe tomorrow night we could go on, give everyone a rest today, but maybe go on tomorrow night, and there might be more, hopefully to God, the fires will be out by then. I don't know, I probably won't. I'm saying I might try to do a DIY, but I don't know if I will or not. It is. There's no other word for it, Sour. It's just devastating. Thanks, Flora. I mean, I don't want to take people from their families, though. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think about on the lives. I mean, I love being on the lives, but for people that have family or little or young kids that are still home. But then, of course, selfishly, you want to be with everybody. I don't know. I'm surprised I know my own name at this stage of the game. Oh my gosh, Sour, yeah, he's still at work, Irene. I'm so, yes, it is better together, and that is true. I mean, that, truer were never spoken, but I'm, scoot over, Angie. Oh my gosh, she takes over the whole chair. I swear, this girl. And she doesn't move, yep, won't move, not an inch. Yes. Oh, thanks, Sandy. Yes, I do love our internet family. I do. I do. When people say, oh, they're internet, they're virtual. Well, no. I mean, yeah, they may be virtual, but they're real. And I thank you for that, everyone. A lot of you have been with me through a lot of crap. But now, what was I saying? Crap, what was I saying? Shoot, I keep doing this now. I can't remember what I was going to say. Oh, internet. I cannot tell you how happy I am, because the areas in LA that have been affected, they have no power. And when you're in that devastation and you are cut off, because if you have no power, no Wi-Fi, nothing, and you can't get through to anybody, it's like you've been pushed back into, I don't know what decade. Because you can't get a hold of anyone. You don't know what's going on. You can't talk to anyone. I mean, because I've had it happen before. And I'm very thankful that they haven't turned, either shut down our power, so obviously they know it's okay, or they would shut it down. Or my other fear is what I showed you. I'm praying to God that plane can get up there and get to that mountain before it gets burnt and those lines are devastated by fire, because that would cut out our internet to anybody. I mean, I wouldn't be able to get through even by phone, nothing. I mean, it's all communication up there. And even for the police or firemen, 911 would be gone to get through to anybody. So my prayer is, please get up there and get that fire taken care of that's getting close to those power towers. Yeah, we would be isolated. Thank you, Sour. I appreciate it. That's right. And I know that, Floor. They only come in if they can. They don't come on if they can't. I know. Well, and you know what? I'll tell you. I'm thankful, too, that where my husband works, it's extremely flammable. I mean, they have fire meetings every day. And if that wind was to turn and those fires start on the opposite direction, you talk about devastation. Whew. Oh, I'm telling you, it would be unbelievable. I'm thankful that there's no places like that up toward where these fires are, because, well, it would be unbelievable. Oh, thank you, Dana. How are you? Yes, that's what it was showing, is those towers up on the mountain. That's all communication, all of that. Can you hear her snoring? Poor little thing. But she insists to have her head hanging over the chair. She always wants her head hanging over the chair. So because of the way her, I don't know, her larynx or whatever it is in there, she's like snoring all the time when she's sleeping. But it wouldn't be Angie, would it, if she wasn't? Hanging in there, we are supposed to get another 3 inches of snow. Oh, Dana, what I would give to get into that snow. I would love it. Well, at least she's snoring a little bit lighter. They get scared when the winds really start picking up. It scares them. I did eat. Now, I haven't drank as much water. I'm drinking iced coffee right now, actually. You know, I got to get better at drinking water. I'll tell you that much. Oh, I won't show you the picture, Irene, but right now it's showing the Pasadena Humane Society, and they're taking care of the animals, even the little birds. But I'm not going to show you that. But they are taking care of the animals, so I want you to know that. So let me ask something that's on a light note. So what do you guys, might as well, what are you going to make for your dinner tonight? I made fettuccine Alfredo sauce last night, and I put some fresh broccoli in it. Oh, there's the wind again. Yeah, so I made that. Hi, Lucy J. How are you, sweetie? It's snowing there. You lucky stiff. Oh, you're having pot pie? BLTs. I love BLTs. Oh, I love BLTs. Ooh, I saw a good recipe, you guys, BLT, speaking of. Okay, you take a chicken breast and get it out, not like a cutlet, but a little thicker, although I love cutlets. I squeeze a little lemon juice on it after it's cooked. Anyway, I digress. You take the chicken breast, after it's cooked, you slice it open, and you know it's seasoned the way you want. And then you put your BLT stuff in it. You put your bacon, your tomato, lettuce, whatever you want, and then you close up the patty, the chicken patty, and you eat it that way if you don't want to eat bread. And it looks so good. It'd be like maybe chicken cordon bleu, but instead of doing that, you put in all your bacon and all that stuff. Doesn't that sound good? It looked really good. Yeah, I thought that I'm going to make it actually. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do one day. Oh, Evie, you guys. Oh, I'm so happy to see you. We were talking about you last night, Fleur. Remember? All of us were asking about Evie, and we showed her little video. Love you too. How are you? How are you doing, Ev? How are all your little animals? Yes, they were. We were talking and saying we missed you. Yeah, your music video. Oh, I'm so happy to see you. Oh, you're making chili. I like chili too. You're plodding on? God. Evie, what are you going to eat for dinner? Or did you eat all? What time is it there? I love chili. Oh, I love food. You guys know that. Freezing rain there, Gigi? God, what I would give for rain. Oh, you guys, wouldn't that be wonderful to see rain right now? It's almost 9 p.m., so you already ate dinner. What did you have? Don't go out in that, Lucy J. Let her nails go one more day. Flor, what did you? Oh, you had satay? Oh, I love satay. Did you have peanut sauce on it, or what do you use to for the flavor or the dipping? I love peanut sauce. Oh, sour milk. Well, the satay I know, I mean, I guess it's different nationalities, but Indonesian, I love the way the Indonesians make the satay, and they do it with well, you can do it with any meat. Jeremy, my son, you know, the one that cooks, makes really good satay, and he makes really good peanut sauce. And it's kind of a little bit sweet, not sweet, and a little bit spicy. Yeah, see, Evie said peanuts. It's really good. Your snow is coming tonight, Gigi? My daughter makes me drool with her fried clams and I lobster. You know what? I want to go to Maine. I want to have lobster. I love crab and lobster. I love food, but cooking not so much. I prefer baking. I'm an awful baker, Em. I am. I am not good at baking. I just made a lemon pie. I did make a lemon meringue pie. Squeeze lemon, sweetened condensed milk, poured over graham cracker crust. Oh, that sounds good. Yes, Gigi, my dog is snoring. She's always snoring. And she will not get in her bed if I sit down here. She has to be right next to me. So, unfortunately for you guys, you're hearing it because she's right in my mic area. She will not. I've put her in her bed and she comes right back up. So it's like, forget it. I'm just going to let her stay. Hi, Tobert. How are you? My family is okay, Tobert. So good to see you. I love curry too, Irene. Oh, saying hi to everyone. We're so happy to see you, and I hope you'll keep coming back. Boo will be 12 soon. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you stocked up and hunkered down. So you have a lot of chickens and turkeys, so you don't have to worry about eggs, huh, Gigi? I was telling the girls last night, I don't know if you heard. Oh, Angie, people don't want to hear this, honey. She's looking at me like, too bad. You know what? I think it's her nasal passages or something, because she has that little squished face. I'm telling you, the eggs are astronomical. For 18 eggs, $22.29. I stood in front of the egg area at the store the other day and out loud said, "You have got to be kidding me. This is a joke." And there were people around and they kind of smiled. So I was going down this other aisle And I heard this other chick, and she was talking to her friend that was with her, and they were talking about, I can't remember what it was. It was something that they were, she goes, man, she goes, I cannot believe how expensive. I said, well, obviously you haven't been to where the eggs are yet. She started laughing. I said, go and look if you want a real thrill, if you think that's expensive. But for the life of me, I can't remember what he was talking about. Oh, you do, Elizabeth? It doesn't bother me. I mean, when I'm alone with her, but I just, don't want it bugging people. Let's see, Tobert, I don't chat, but watch you all. Got a little grandson. He's my world, cooking up some chicken teriyaki and rice. Oh my gosh, that sounds good too. Tobert. Hi, Nana Patty. How are you feeling? Have you heard from Christiane? Oh, I wished I could, but I know they would smell and get them. Oh, Lucy, I'm not kidding. It's absolutely absurd. But I needed eggs for a recipe, so I bought a carton of 4. It was $5. 4 eggs, $5. Yours is still around 5, 7 for organic. Oh, okay. Is she at home, Nana Patty? Because she had to leave, I think, last night. Your birds are still laying. I can't give them away anymore. Oh. So in your house and well. Hi, Kathy. How are you? 4 eggs, $5. And Patty, do you see Tobert? Tobert, Lisa D's dad died. You guys, Lisa D's dad died. It was yesterday morning, right, Nana Patty? Was it yesterday morning or was it early? It was early in the morning, yesterday morning, correct? Like maybe 3 or 4 in the morning? Oh, you've got some lucky neighbors, Gigi. You have a new grandbaby coming in August? Congratulations. My great granddaughter, my latest one, was born 2 months ago. Yeah, unbelievable. It was early in the morning. She called me at 5:30, and she was picking her mother up to take her to her dad. Yes, they are, Gigi. You're going to check the price at our Walmart here on eggs. Be right. Lisa D, precious sweetheart. Yes, it breaks my heart. She was very close to her dad and her mom. She's a good daughter. Even with all her health issues, she was always there. Her and her brother, but she was always there for her parents. Yes, isn't it good to see Evie? It's so good to see her. Danielle C. comes in once in a while too, but she's probably working right now. I never know. All of a sudden she'll pop in and I think, oh my gosh. Yeah, she is, isn't she? You know what? To me, she looked more like her dad. And I think she I think she has his personality because he was really outgoing. Yep, he was a New York firefighter. Actually, wasn't he a captain, Nana Patty? For some reason, he was a captain eventually. He became captain. Oh, yeah, they would be more healthy than a grocery store. Yeah. I feel so sorry for her mom. They've been together forever. I mean, forever. Oh, Angie. Yeah, that's true, Irene. Because even though you become an adult, you never, well, it's just like our kids. I mean, yeah, we look at them as adults, but they're still our kids. You know what I mean? They never stop being your kid. It's weird because you see them as adults, but in your mind's eye, they're still those little kids, or at least for me. Yeah, it's weird. I can't explain it, but you know what I mean. Yes, all loss does matter. It'll be my 55 wedding anniversary in February. Oh my gosh. Well, happy anniversary to your mom and dad. Yeah, he was far up in the. I know that. I mean, he was a firefighter, but then he went on. Well, what is it in the fire department? Captain, chief, or is there a chief? I don't know. I don't know how that is. That is a milestone, especially nowadays. Your eggs there, the 18 count is $6, Lucy? And the 12 eggs is $4.53. And they sell 60 egg counts for $21.73. Think about that. If I'm reading that correctly, 60 eggs for $21.73. At my store, it was eggs for $22.29. What a ripoff. I'm telling you, everything is so expensive here, it's not even funny. I feel blessed to still have my parents. And my dad is a retired firefighter. You are very lucky, Tobert. Very. There's a shortage on eggs. That's why they're so expensive, Nana Patty, do you think? Caramel cookies, been together more. Met when they were 14. You know what, Evie? I think that's the same story for Lisa D's mom and dad. Weren't they teenagers? I want to say they were young. They were young teenagers when they met. I know, I'm telling you. It's looking more and more desirable, Nana Patty, even more than it did before. If I could just get the other ones there. Oh, I know. A year ago. So are they doing that because the chickens are sick? Oh, I don't know. Her dad was 6 and they had been married forever. Yeah, they were young. I remember when Lisa would have them come in, and remember we'd see them, and her mom was always more of the quiet one, but her dad was very, he just had such a good personality. He was always singing. I remember him singing and just goofing around, you know. Hi, Valerie, how are you? Your son's been married for 13 years. Jeremy and Wendy have been, crap. How long? Okay, wait. They've been together since 1978. What year did they got married? They got married in Malibu, you guys, where all these fires. It was such a beautiful wedding. Such a beautiful wedding. Cold as all get out that year, I remember. Shoot. What year did they get married? Oh, that's driving me nuts now. Well, anyway, they've been together since 1978. I'm doing okay, Valerie. Just my heart's hurting for everyone concerned in LA. I wish they would get back and let me know. I mean, like they're letting me know personally. I mean, the TV would let me know if they got those fires out by towers. That's what I'm worried about too, is that doggone tower. That almost happened here. I think showing you guys, because we also have a tower that will communicate, in LA. When we were having our fires and the fire was just about to the flames were right there. And I mean, right at the top of the mountain. And the planes came over and flew that retardant over it and put it out. I was never so thankful to see anything in my life. Like I told you, when those planes would come over, not planes, but helicopters in our immediate area. Remember how I would show you when the helicopters were coming over? They were angels. I mean, you look at those guys and think you are truly angels when you see them coming in. And I know it had to be driving them nuts during all of this catastrophe when they couldn't get water or get up there in helicopters and planes because of the winds. I know it was just, because that's their life, that's their oath to take care of people, that are going through stuff. And when your hands are tied, which they were to an extent, it had to be and has to be so hard on them. You have a friend in Studio City? Have you talked to them? Lucy, do you want to know how much gas is here right now? Well, at one point, gas was $10 a gallon, okay? Now, where I'm at, it's $5 a gallon. And that's down because it was 6. She hasn't gotten back to you yet? The gas is in. Oh, it's expensive in Jersey too? Oh, I don't know, Valerie. I swear. I don't know. Because now, for me, I went, back to work as a contractor. But now I'm on a fixed income, So I don't know what people do when things just keep going up and up and up. Oh my gosh, so you have no clue. It's just stupid. It's just stupid. I hate it. That's what I told you guys. And the only thing that is keeping me here, and I mean only, are my kids. That's it. If my kids didn't live here anymore and they all went into other areas, I would have no reason to stay here. They do pay so much. Oh, taxes. Oh, it's just awful. Oh, yeah. Gordon's not cooking anymore, is he, Nana Patty? Or he hasn't cooked of late, anyway. I don't know. I really don't. I'm trying to wait to see if, before I go, I wanted to see if they got that fire out by the towers so I could tell you guys. But for whatever reason, if you don't hear from me and it's been a little while, then you know it got taken out and we don't have communication. Because if I keep having communication, I'm going to keep coming on and letting you guys know what's going on. Hi, Dawn. Oh, thank you. So what are you guys going to do today or tonight? Was I showing it on the last? Thank you, Valerie. Yeah. I don't want to leave you hanging, that's for sure, because I know what it's like when you're invested in something and you're waiting to hear and you're thinking, what the heck is going on? Because you want to know. Yeah, I mean, I'll keep my phone plugged in as far as having power. I'm just praying that nothing gets shut off, or my main concern now, well, two things. That they get these fires out, and I hope that the winds aren't strong in LA right now. So they get that all taken care of, and then if that's the case, they'll be able to get the fire out on that mountain. And then, well, the nightmare will still continue for all those people, because now it's a matter of, because right now I would almost bet they're in such shock with what's gone on. They're really not realizing the whole, what word am I trying to find? Just everything that's going to have transpire to try to get their lives back to some kind of normality, which I don't see that happening anytime soon. And again, because even their little cities are, you know what I mean? Those little areas where you live, where you have your immediate area, like your little grocery store that's right by you, or your gas station, or your bank, or your ice cream parlor, or your Taco Bell, or your whatever. I don't care what it is, but just your immediate, all that's been burnt. All of it. They have nothing. Nothing. It's just, you can't wrap your head around it. You know what I mean? It's like, I just can't wrap my head around it. I don't know. It's crazy. Hi, Kath. Oh no. Kathy says Steph is on her way to LA to help her daughter pack up. She lives in the Eaton area. Oh my gosh. Is her house still there? Oh my gosh. Every penny does count. Floor. I wish somebody would hear from Sarah. Yeah, the magnitude of it. Thanks, Evie. She was in Santa Barbara. Oh, okay. So her daughter left Eaton and went up to Santa Barbara. So she doesn't know yet about her house. Well, reader. Yeah, if you hear this, Sarah, let us know. I wonder if Christiane was able to go to work. I just can't imagine she was able to go to work. She was in Santa Barbara when the fire started. Okay. All right, so she doesn't know. Well, we can only pray. That house is still okay. They evacuated Christiane from work. Okay, so then obviously she's probably not at work. Well, I'm going to pray real quick, guys. Father, I don't know. Father, you know the beginning to the end and all the in-betweens. Father, I'd be with all these people in LA right now, their families, their extended families, the firefighters, the medical workers, doctors. I pray for all these people, Father. I pray that I personally can't see how this thing's going to work out, how it's going to end. You can. Please put your arms around all these people right now. Give them comfort that they wouldn't even understand where this comfort is coming from. It's the comfort that only you can give. Father, I ask you to be with all these people right now and to send your angels all around them. Father, I ask you that the winds die down so these planes and airplanes and helicopters can get out and do what they need to do. Be with the firefighters, protect them. I pray for Lisa D., her mom, family. Father, you know what they're going through right now. Just give them some kind of peace. They can't even understand where this peace is coming from. I pray for everybody that's going through anything right now in this chat, in the replay, anywhere, that you give them comfort and let them know that you are still in control and that you love them. Right now, it's hard to understand that when you see all this devastation. But we need to know that you are always with us. Father, I thank you for all these people. I thank you for the friendships. I thank you that you are there for everyone. I thank you that your angels are surrounding everyone. Father, just that we can still look to you, pray to you, and ask you for guidance, especially now so many people are going to need to know and to be guided into what to do because it's just so overwhelming. We thank you and we love you, and it's in your son's precious name we pray. Amen. And Lord, if you could take care of Angie's little nose. Oh, yes. Yes, and Lord, please watch after all the animals, please, all the innocent little animals. God love those animals. Hi, Mary Tackett. Every time I see you, I think Mary Tackett, like Mary Hartman. That's right, Elizabeth. Your peace that passes all understanding. That's how it was when Tanya passed too. I mean, I'm talking initially, in the very beginning. I do believe that a lot of times, it's almost like this. I don't even know how to explain it, but it's almost like when you're in shock, it's like there's for lack of a better, it's like a healing, a balm that comes over you. You know what I mean? Where I think you have it because if you were to feel the gravity of it all immediately, it would be more than what you could take. And I don't know, I can't explain it, but it just gives you some kind of a peace that you can't even understand, and you think to yourself, wow, I guess I'm feeling a peace. How can I be feeling this peace? Not to say actually to start going through stuff, but I do believe that in the beginning of any catastrophic thing, it's almost a divine intervention. Oh, I will. I don't have it right down here, Lucy, now, but I will. I love it. Yeah, I do believe that. It is. It is a protection that is sent. It really is. All right, you guys, I'm going to go, but I will be back. Remember, I'm sure you can say it now verbatim, the world's a better place because you're in it. Don't ever, ever forget that. There's only one you, something to this world nobody else can, and I am thankful to God for that. I love you guys. You take care. And with the blue dress, let us know you're okay. Evie, please don't be a stranger. Please come in and be with us. Love you guys.